Hello, and welcome to another Today's Decay, where we celebrate births and beginnings of everything important since the dawn of time. It is November 15th, and here are all the dates that really rate. 1877, on this day, none other than William Hope Hodgson was born, a weird fiction writer who I particularly really enjoy. He worked on boats early on in life, and I think took a lot of his experiences out in the open ocean and applied it to weird fiction writing in the first and second, well, like the turn of the last century into the World War I era. So he's like, a generation before Lovecraft, and a lot of what he's doing is very Lovecraftian in the sense of putting the human experience in a frightening scale to the depths of the ocean, the expanse of like the limitless horizon, and in a way that I think is actually maybe even, well, I think is more frightening than Lovecraft, in that like there's not like a giant monster per se, as there is just like somebody trying to comprehend their infinitesimally small speck that they are in comparison to the universe. And I love it. Yeah, a lot of the like pre-Lovecraftian weird fiction writers actually were doing quite interesting stuff that doesn't have the like Cthulhu plushy merchandising appeal, but be it Robert W. Chambers, Arthur Machen, William Hope Hodgson, these are people that are super cool. And one of his most popular stories, one of my favorites, is this one here, House on the Borderland. But that's not all. I mean, he did a lot of others. All those Carnacki the Ghost Finder are fun. The Hog especially. I just reread that one recently. It's pretty damn good. I really like his Men of the Deep Seas. Is that what it's called? It's not right. Men of the Deep Waters, I think. It's all like the Sargasso Sea, which is like a place in the ocean that like just ships get stuck and people just kind of like go mad, stuck out in the middle of nowhere, like as if it's the Bermuda Triangle or something. Yeah. What else has he done? He also was in like a war with Harry Houdini, which I want to read up more on that. I listened to this really great podcast a couple months ago on William Hope Hodgson. It was all about like apocalypse or post-apocalyptic novels from the 1800s into the 20th century, and they focused on the Nightland, and I love that they did, because I have been struggling with the Nightland, one of his novels, for years. It's just so poorly written, and I couldn't read it, and it's so long, and it's purposefully written in a outdated English sentence structure and dialect, and like romantic and flowery, and it's just terrible. And these women did this podcast where they thankfully read the whole thing and just talk you through it, and I am very happy they did, because I will never attempt it again. They gave more than a decent synopsis. That I feel like I experienced it enough. So that's the one William Hope Hodgson that I would steer far away from, but everything else, really great stuff. I think I have some more here. Well, anyway, enough about William Hope Hodgson. Although you should marvel at this really great artwork here by Hannes Bach. I love this. So good, right? Yeah. Anyway, also today, Johnny Knight, born 1937, a rock and roll musician who recorded some really great tracks, especially rock and roll guitar. Also on this day, Escape's version of 3 Skeleton Key premiered on the radio in 1949. That featured Elliott Reed. Now that is different from the Vincent Price version of 3 Skeleton Key, which I think was on Suspense, if I remember correctly. Yeah. They're both really good. I don't know which one I like better. Obviously, Vincent Price is a master. But what I particularly like about this one is that I don't even know who Elliot Reed is. I can't picture his face. And I don't know that I buy Vincent Price as a lighthouse keeper. But this story is so good. I recently read the source material, and it's also fantastic. But these radio plays, it's the most frightening old-time radio play I've ever heard. And just listening to it, it makes you feel like your skin's crawling and you just want to run. I hope that's selling it, because my goal is to sell it. It's on YouTube and other places, for free. But this would be a great day to listen to Three Skeleton Key the day it premiered in 1949. That is it for today, November 15th. The whole day, from us to you, till tomorrow. Goodbye.